Good job. Whiplash stars Miles Teller as Andrew Naiman, a very gifted but socially awkward drummer who wants to be an all-time great. He is then taken under the wing of band director Terence Fletcher, played brilliantly by J.K. Simmons, who takes him under his wing. But Andrew learns that Terence runs a very tight shift and will not accept anything less than 110% from his students. I never thought a film about a musician trying to perfect his craft in drumming would be so genuinely white knuckle intense, and I have seen a lot of action thrillers. This film makes us ask the question, how much should we endure in order to perfect our craft, our passions? This film is about obsession, motivation, ambition, and where our limits lie in what we do in order to reach our goals. So Miles Teller stars as Andrew Naiman, a determined, ambitious, motivated student who's also seen as socially awkward. It is his goal to become one of the all-time greatest drummers of his generation. This guy literally eats, breathes, and sleeps drumming. He's in every single scene that we see, showing his true dedication to being best. I definitely feel as if I related to Andrew Naiman. He came across as very committed, but also at the same time socially awkward. He shows us that the path to achieving our goals and dreams is a very lonesome one, and that we must show our full dedication in order to achieve it. J.K. Simmons, on the other hand, is the standout. He's seen as absolutely beyond terrifying as Terence Fletcher, as he plays constant mind games with Andrew and the other students. He comes across as callous and cruel sometimes in his methods, as he abuses his students emotionally, mentally, and even sometimes physically. Some of the insults he even says to the students are actually like something out of Full Metal Jacket. There were genuinely times where he reminded me of R. Lee Emerley as Gunnery Sergeant Hartman. Some of the insults he comes out with are, dare I say, kind of hilarious and witty. I did actually feel really bad and crap for actually laughing at this, because some of the things he says are genuinely emotionally abusing to these young minds. We later find out why he has such a tough love policy towards his students. Without going into spoiler territory, he believes that his cruel methods are the best way to breed winners and people who become the best at what they are. Let's just say this creates a psychological battle between Naiman and Fletcher, as Andrew wants to be the very best at what he does, whereas Fletcher wants to breed out the best winners, and let's just say there is going to be a lot of damage. Without giving away spoilers, this film definitely looks into a lot of worthy discussions. Is there a line to Fletcher's cruel methods? How much are you willing to suffer for your craft, and much more? This is definitely a film that I definitely think has a lot of rewatchability value. And let's just say the last 10 minutes of this film have got to be the most intense things I have ever seen. This was almost like watching the final fight of a boxing film, where all the hard work and dedication all comes down to this one moment. I would seriously recommend this film for anyone. This is a film especially for the artists who find it hard to communicate their love for what they do, and the sacrifice that people need to make in order to achieve what they want. This is definitely a lot like Black Swan meets Full Metal Jacket. It's one of my favourite films of 2014, and Whiplash is definitely worth 5 stars.